Hello viewers, this is Peter Ekaja going to take you through representation of statistical data on a pie chart. We're going to handle this in form of revision, questions and answers. Remember, in case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, simply search for eMath Learning Platform and subscribe to receive updates whenever I upload new content. For any questions or clarifications, my contacts and the email are here below. Let's go direct and begin with our revision. Question 1. It says the pie chart below shows the various clubs that 40 students belong to. We have wildlife, scripture union, debating, and drama. You realize for scripture union we have 108 degrees, debating we have 45 degrees, and for drama we have 135 degrees. But they did not give us the angle representing the sector for wildlife. Now, what does the question say? Determine the number of students in the wildlife club. Now, you realize the angle that represents the wildlife sector is not given in this case. So what are we going to do? In our solution, we shall first assume that angle is x. That is why I'm saying let the angle representing wildlife be x. Now, when you add all these angles, if you add this angle x that we have nicknamed plus 108 plus 45 degrees plus 135 degrees, we should be in position to get 360 degrees. So that will be our first step. Then the next step here will be you add 108 plus 45 plus 135. And when you do so, you will get x plus 288 degrees is equals to 360 degrees. Then the next step is to look for the value of x by simply subtracting 288 degrees from both sides. And when you do that, you now have 360 degrees minus 288 degrees on the right hand side. And on the left hand side, we can easily see that this cancels with this. And so our value of x will be given as 72 degrees, as we can see in the next step. So if we already have the value of x as 70 degrees, now for us to get the number of students in wildlife, you simply get 72, which represents the wildlife sector, divide by the total, then multiply by the total number of students. Remember, in the question, the number of students was 40. So we simply get 72 out of 360 multiplied by 40. And that gives us 8. So how do we conclude? We simply conclude by saying 8 students are in the wildlife club. And that gives us our answer. Let's look at the next question. The pie chart below represents the subjects taught by 45 science teachers. This is our pie chart where we have physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. You realize again we have the angles representing physics, chemistry, biology, but we do not have the angle for mathematics. So what does the question say? Determine the number of teachers who teach mathematics. Very interesting. Let's look at the solution for this. So still we are going to let the angle representing mathematics to be any letter of our choice, and in this case I'm using x. So when you still add x plus 112 degrees plus 72 degrees plus 80 degrees, you should be in position to get 360 degrees. So the next step is going to be simply by adding 112 degrees plus 72 degrees plus 80 degrees. If you add all of them, you will get something like 264 degrees. Then the next step will be simply by subtracting. We shall subtract 264 degrees on both sides. And when you do so, we shall have the next step as x plus 264 minus 264 is equals to 360 degrees minus 264 degrees. When you do the subtraction, you will get the value of x as 96 degrees. Now that we have the angle that represents the mathematics sector from our pie chart above, we shall simply say number of teachers who teach mathematics will be the 96 we have got divided by the total, which is 360, and multiplied by the number of teachers. When you press your calculator carefully, you will come up with 12. So we can easily conclude and say 12 teachers teach mathematics. Let's move direct to question 3. Question 3 says the pie chart represents yields of beans from three fields A, B, and C. This is our pie chart. Now, sector A has 120 degrees, B is represented by 150 degrees, and C has no angle. What does the question say? If the total yield of beans was 300 sacks, calculate the number of sacks got from field C. This is very interesting. Now, when you get back to our diagram, which we shall have as this, you're going to realize we already had the angle for A, we had the angle for sector B, and we didn't have the angle for sector C. So what are you going to say? We are going to still say, let the angle that represents this sector be any letter of our choice. So we can say, let the angle representing the number of sacks in field C be X. Now, if this is going to be X, it means when we add angle X plus 120 degrees plus 150 degrees, we should be in position to get 360 degrees. When you add 120 degrees together with 150 degrees, you will be able to get 270 degrees. And when you subtract 270 degrees on both sides, you will have X plus 270 degrees minus 270 degrees is equals to 360 degrees minus 270 degrees. This cancels with this, and so we remain with 360 degrees minus 270 degrees, which gives us 90 degrees. Now that we know the angle that represents this sector, C, we can easily get the number of sacks got from field C by simply saying 90 divided by 360, then multiply by the total number of sacks, and that gives us 75. So in our conclusion, we shall say therefore 75 sacks we got from field C, and that gives us our solution to that question. Now, with these comprehensive examples, I now expect you to also attempt the following exercise. Question 1 is given by this. Question 2 is given by this. And question 3 will simply be obtained from UNEB past papers. So if you have a question bank, you simply visit your question bank, open 2004 paper 1 question 10. You will get a question concerning pie charts. And I've quoted for you even the answers in the brackets to confirm and mark yourself. Question 4 will also be obtained from UNEB 2003 paper 1 question 9. I've also quoted for you the answer as the answer for Roman 1 and Roman 2. Now, when you manage to do all this and you pass them, then you have a reason to celebrate. Apart from all this, what else can I say apart from saying thank you so much? May God bless you. Do not forget to visit YouTube and subscribe in case you have not to my e-learning channel, and that is eMath learning platform. Thank you for everything and have the best of your time.